What up, y'all? This is Lesbian Conscious, and I'm back with another video. So this week's topic, I want to talk about the black sperm donor shortage in America and really globally. So I like to jump straight to my topics, y'all know that. So let's straight get into it. We're going to start off, we're going to talk about what is sperm donation, because some people might watch my videos that are outside of the community or maybe in the community and can't grasp that concept. So I'm going to break it down for you a little bit. How I define sperm donation is when a man agrees to donate sperm through various means for the sole intention of conceiving a child with no prior romantic engagement involved, whether it's via a clinic or giving a sample directly to the woman who wants to conceive. If you go through a clinic, there are only two means of insemination. It's either ICI or IUI, and it's done with a catheter. It's done with medical equipment. ICI is intracervical insemination, and IUI is intrauterine insemination. Intracervical means that the sperm sample is thawed out to a temperature and it's inserted through the cervix. IUI means the sperm sample is thawed out and it's inserted directly into the uterus. This is always done with frozen sperm. You can get a donor to go to a clinic and donate a sample to the clinic, but they will still test it. They will still need to freeze it. They will still need to track your cycle. It's still going to have to be frozen prior to use. If you go through a sperm bank, there are two different samples you can buy. You can either buy unwashed or washed, and the unwashed might come in ICI or IUI, and the washed might come in ICI and IUI as well, or they might only have either or of either or. You might have an ICI that's washed, or IUI that's unwashed. So washed means that the seminal fluid is clear of all is clear of all debris, and it doesn't have like little biological material that is not needed. When they wash it, they just leave strictly sperm. If it's unwashed, you're getting a frozen sample that's raw with also that has extra biological material. I've done a successful home insemination, and in the future, when I get my followers up, I'm planning on doing more trying to conceive content. I'm gonna break it down for y'all because I've done it. I've spent many hours just reading, doing research, and I got a lot of knowledge to put out there. So if you want to conceive a child, subscribe to my channel, get my numbers up. It's coming in the future. DM me, tell me that's what you want to see, and I got you. And I'm sure even that little tidbit, even that 2-3 minutes of video I just did, that sounded very technical. So you can imagine the process that sperm donors have to go through to donate sperm if they want to go to a clinic. It's a lengthy process, and often black men might intend to donate, but they don't keep up with the appointments. They don't keep going back, and it just falls through. It's a lot of donors who are in other demographics who continue on with the process and they finish that shit. A lot of sperm banks also go to colleges to do recruitment. Unfortunately, and I don't want to make a video really ragging on black men, but a lot of black men don't go to college. You're not going to find as many black men in college as you're going to find men of other races. And that's a direct mirror. And I'm just shooting this, if 20% of a college population is black male and 10% of males on that college campus donate, of course it's going to be a small number, a fraction of a number of black men who also donate sperm. Trying to conceive it could be an expensive process, and it's also a time sensitive process. You have women that are tracking their periods and they go through different stages and they're like, okay, well, this is time, this is the cycle, this is when I'm going to do it. Even the shipping alone from sperm banks is $400. You have to get it shipped in a nitrous oxide tank, and you have to also ship it back. Usually comes FedEx. However, you got to make sure you're not ordering on a weekend. If you're ovulating on a Sunday, and you got to account for all of that. A lot of black women don't have the financial means to, on a whim, drop $1,500 two stacks on a sample and shipping and multiple samples and multiple months just to see if it works. That leaves us at a very vulnerable position. Either we're going to have to ask, male friends if we want to conceive a black child. We have to ask male friends who often they want to say no, which is fine because that's their body autonomy. That's their sperm. That's their choice. At the same time, in our trying to conceive journey, we're still left disenfranchised because we want to have children, but what are our options? What do you do when you want to have a child and you want to grow your family and you go on a sperm bank and you see 10 donors, but 8 of them are white and the 10th one is not ideal for a donor? And a lot of people might say, well, why do you want an attractive donor if you don't have sex with men? That's biological. Nobody wants their child. Everybody wants to give their child an advantage, whether it's an intellectual advantage, whether it's a physical advantage. Nobody wants to procreate with somebody that they don't feel like is appealing, whether you're sexually attracted to them or not. So that's bullshit. Y'all can miss me with that shit. It's a lot of gay people and straight people who also have a lot of hate for gay couples, whether they be male or female, if they have a biracial child, and y'all act like black donors and black surrogates, whether it be sperm donors or egg donors, are a dime a dozen. Y'all act like that's really easy to come by, and it's not. So because black people haven't got there yet, are we supposed to just not have children and not have the family that we want and not achieve our dreams because it's not our culture? A lot of black people will say, oh, well, I remember when the Brat and Judy conceived their baby and the Brat made a comment about how the black donor looked like Jiminy Cricket. It's so crazy that we're not even in the same city, the same tax bracket or whatever, but I could tell you exactly what donor she was talking about. That's how few black donors are out there. It's only 3 main sperm banks in the U.S., and out of that 3, it's really not many. And then when a black donor does come up, women of other demographics, usually white women, they bond it up like that. I'm here to educate y'all. It is what it is. Black men struggle with fatherhood with their romantic partners. So from being another demographic, I'm not even going to sit here and act like we should expect black men to want to even donate to us when we decide we want to have children. However, it would be nice. It's a lot of black men that sit up here and talk about nation building and wanting to have children and stuff like that and wanting the numbers to go up in the culture, but y'all don't want to donate. And I also feel like on some level, it's because black men have weaponized fatherhood against a black woman for so long, they couldn't even conceptualize a selfless act as that. Black men have been conditioned and have chosen to conceive children generationally just to have some type of access to the woman without offering her marriage or security or anything. But that's not my fight. I don't want to get too much in speaking on another community business. I want to talk about what's relevant to us. But as being a black gay person, a lot of black issues are relevant to us still, and it's still going to affect us. And the response that most of us get when we have that vulnerable moment and we ask, somebody like a black male that we're close to donate for us, and I'm talking about donate, like no sex involved. I'm just saying donate. When we ask black men to donate, they always say, I wouldn't feel right having a kid out there that I wouldn't have access to. So if y'all really, truly, inherently feel that way, be there for y'all children. There's no reason why 80% of black households are father deficient, are fatherless, if y'all really feel that way. We're going to do us regardless, with or without the black male donating. If we want to have children, we'll go outside our community like we have been, because it's not about that. And the fact that we're accused of wanting a certain aesthetic and choosing a certain aesthetic, that shit is messed up. Biracial people are fetishized and looked down on by the black community. And I get it, that's history. But a community that's staying in their lane and wants to have a family and is using the options out there and not even asking or making noise about it until this video, to be accused of wanting to have a biracial child, no, it's not about that. It's just wanting to have a child, pray. But black people are so far removed from having pure intentions when they create a child. It's just some stuff that we can't even fathom. So if there's any women in my community that's wrestling with the options that they have out there, if you are in a healthy relationship and y'all have a lot of love to give and y'all want to give this child a good household, don't worry about what type of sperm or anything y'all can get. Just follow your heart, and if it's supposed to work, it's gonna work. We don't sleep with black men. We're not romantically involved with black men, so black men do not have to be the gatekeepers to our motherhood. It's options out here, and I'm gonna just put it out there like that. I would actually like to see things change, but I don't see it happening anytime soon. And honestly speaking, before black men even think about donating and being, a biological father to the black lesbian community, they got to get their shit together and be fathers and love the women that they intimate to. They so far even removed from that, we can't even ask for that shit right now. But like I said, don't let that shit hold you back if you want to have a family. Alright, y'all, so let's be safe, let's be proud, let's be conscious. I'm out. Peace.